My name is Ted Oxholm. I'm a licensed construction supervisor. My role and position in Habitat for Humanity is being a construction site supervisor for several sites. This is the one I've been on for about 2.5 years. Yeah, the process for building is actually quite involved and quite arduous. It's a very time-consuming and lengthy process. I believe this property we acquired in part from the City of Worcester and Worcester Academy. We've partnered with both entities before. It's been a great partnership to have. It's when you're building in a community to have that local support. The actual construction on this site actually started back in about 2019. We started framing, we prefab framing a lot of these walls over at a different site in Holliston, and then COVID hit and everything came to a crash, and so we actually started. We broke ground here and put the foundation in the summer of 2020, and from there on, it just kind of transformed itself into this 3-family home that we have here now. I think the original time frame for building this 3-family home was about 2 years, and basically with COVID coming and basically kind of putting a stop on the whole country, it forced us to, like most other businesses, to transform how we did everything. So for the most part, for about 1.5 years, 2 years here, we didn't have more than 2 or 3 people on site at a time, where generally our average volunteer load would be a minimum of 8 a day. And we didn't host any groups in that time, but we have a lot of generosity in the volunteers that we do have, and people just kept coming forward. And so the building got erected, and by about 2021, we were able to bring in our subcontractors, the electrician, the plumbing and heating, to come and start their end of the contracting. The only part of this job that we've subbed out was the foundation and the plastering. Everything else that you see has been done by volunteers, whether it's the siding on the outside, the framing, the roofing, the kitchen that's behind me, the stairways, everything is done by volunteers. Habitat for Humanity is a very non-critical community building teaching environment. So for people of all skills and all abilities come, we have a great network of volunteers that we are able to tap into, with skills ranging from actually somebody being in construction to people who were, bank administrators and people in the medical field. The majority of our volunteers are retired folks. They have time on their hands, and they believe in the mission and want to come out. Right now, we're on the finishing process of this project. We have 3 families in the pipeline who have been chosen. We just kind of have to wait for their approval to happen, and they can start coming in and doing their sweat equity hours when it's all done. And we sell them the homes. We generally have a very festive ceremony for giving them the key to their house and everything. And it's a very satisfying feeling especially when we get the homeowners on site and they can work with the volunteers, and the volunteers can work side by side with the person they're building the home with, and know that all the time that they're spending, they're helping somebody getting into their quote unquote their forever home. And so when a project like this is done, and this is about the biggest we've done so far, a 3-family unit. We've done several single-family homes, but when we're all done and we leave this, it's really with a lot of contentment in our heart, because we know that we've helped out somebody who would not have had the opportunity to get into a house outside of the extraordinary opportunity that Habitat presents to families. So when we leave here, it's kind of bittersweet. I mean, we all have this is a great time for building. Everybody comes, we have a great time all day putting the house together. We generally have other projects to go on to, but on one hand, we're glad to be done and get on with something else. But and on the other hand, we're very happy that somebody gets to transform this house into a living environment. So it's all clean and everything now, but when they move in with small children, it's only a matter of time before there's magic marker and crayon on the wall and clothes and stuff everywhere, like you having a young family, and that's just a pleasure to see.
Hi, my name is Molly Pietrantonio. I'm the Volunteer and Organizational Programs Manager here at Habitat for Humanity Metro West Greater Worcester. I've been with the organization since 2012, so happy to be celebrating over 10 years working with this affiliate in my capacity of, again, engaging volunteers, whether that's here at our build sites, over at Restore, interns, AmeriCorps members. That's who I support. Along with all sorts of other fun Habitat projects in our nonprofit world. Habitat for Humanity is a global affordable housing nonprofit that builds and sells affordable housing to income-eligible families. We're doing this in every state nationwide, 70 countries worldwide, and we were founded by Linda and Millard Fuller in 1976 in Americus, Georgia. The Metro West Greater Worcester affiliate, who I represent and who this beautiful home was built in partnership with, we were founded in 1985 as a volunteer-led grassroots organization. And since our founding in 1985, the Habitat for Humanity Metro West Greater Worcester affiliate has completed 53 homes, and we're standing in what will be 54, 55, and 56. Working for Habitat, what does working for Habitat mean to me? Working for Habitat means to me a lifelong commitment to our community and the sustainability of affordable housing, whether that's here in Worcester or in any of the 42 cities and towns that we support, in every nook and cranny of Massachusetts, and across our nation and our worldwide. Habitat feels that everyone should have access to safe, decent, affordable housing, and when we say everyone, we mean everyone. So being in such a mission-forward organization has its own rewards in that you're surrounded by colleagues and volunteers and people that feel the exact same way you do. So it continues to remain very motivating as we go through this work, knowing that we're all pushing for that, next home to be built that we can sell, so someone else can obtain their dream of affordable housing. So it's very inspiring work. Oh my gosh. So I started my Habitat journey as an AmeriCorps member. AmeriCorps is Domestic Peace Corps as a VISTA, Volunteer in Service to America. So I had signed up to serve a year of service, being paid about $400 every 2 months, I can, and doing that service term with this affiliate, Habitat for Humanity Metro West Greater Worcester. I never thought at the end of my 365 days that I'd continue to have a place in Habitat, but they liked me and they kept me on, and I've been here ever since. So it is unique in that I find myself being 10 years into a role, seeing all different facets of what our organization is. Yes, we're a nonprofit builder, but we also have a retail space where we're engaging volunteers, we're out in the community. So it's really never a dull moment, and I think that's why these 10 years have flown by, is that I'm always doing something new. I'm always meeting new people, and to talk about affordable housing along the way. definitely makes my job very easy. So Habitat also feels that it's important to support those to improve upon the place they call home. So we do have a home repair program that works with owner-occupied units. Why would we want to add to the challenge of access to affordable housing when we can, again, help homeowners make the repairs they need to, stay in their homes longer and safer. So one of the ways that we connect, we have a wonderful family services coordinator named Carol Letney. Hey, Carol. And Carol really supports all of our engagement, not just with our homeownership program, but also with our home repair program. Right now, we're seeing a lot of success and outreach with our home repair program through connecting with senior centers and working with senior centers on identifying seniors or identifying, and advertising within their own communities about our home repair program. So that has been very successful, but there's also just an incredible need. So our phone is also ringing, and we're happy that people are finding us to help support those needs just as much as we're going out into the community to educate. So how do Habitat families qualify for our homeownership program? So Lyndon Millard Fuller, 1976, Americus, Georgia, set 3 main criteria. If you want to engage with Habitat for Humanity in an affordable housing opportunity, we kind of have to check these 3 boxes. There has to be a tangible need for affordable housing. There has to be the ability to repay an affordable mortgage, and there has to be the willingness to partner with Habitat for Humanity throughout the homeownership process. So need can come in a variety of different ways: overcrowding, unfit neighborhoods, unresponsive landlords, but need is very tangible. And within our application process, part of that process is sharing what that need is for why you're looking to go from your current housing into home ownership. And then that criteria of the ability to pay. So Habitat for Humanity is working with individuals and families that are making between 30 and 60% of area median income. Area median income is dictated to us by HUD, Housing and Urban Development. We don't make these numbers up, and they change annually. So we are looking and working with that income range, so 30 to 60% AMI. So I might be off by a couple of thousand, but for example, a family unit of 4 living here in Worcester County, to apply for a Habitat home, would need to make anywhere between $33,000 and about $66,000 to qualify for our program. So that's kind of that ability to pay chunk. And then to follow that up, Habitat homes are sold at 30% of a family's income at 0 to low interest over 25 to 30 years. So this is what makes our program unique, and that we sell our homes based off what the family can afford, not what they cost us to build. And then that third requirement that Lyndon Millard Fuller put forth is that willingness to partner, and we translate that over into sweat equity. So once a family has applied and been selected, we move them into a future home buyer bucket, and as future home buyers, they're asked to complete 300 hours of sweat equity on their own home or in other Habitat projects. So that means they're actively hammering and nailing on their own home. They're taking first-time home buyer education courses. If they have kiddos and those kiddos are getting A's and B's in school, that all counts towards sweat equity. But what better way to learn about your home than to build your home and be part of the community and learning about how does my hot water tank work? What happens when someone flushes a Hot Wheels toy, down the toilet? Well, we're gonna learn how to turn the water off. We're gonna show you where your breakers are. You're really gonna become know the ins and outs of your home, because you are your own landlord now. And once we pass over those keys, we want nothing but success, and we want nothing but confident and competent homeowners. Because furthermore, the monthly mortgage payments that our families contribute each month feed into a revolving fund that allows us to continue to keep building. So it's so important to us that our homeowners see success in homeownership, because those monthly mortgage payments are allowing the next family to move into their home. And that is the 3 criteria of Habitat homeownership, in a long-winded phrase. Yeah, we really see homeownership as a way to accumulate generational wealth. So when we can see families stabilize within their living situation, we like to think that that's just going to avalanche into hopefully all different sorts of facets in their life, whether that's, work, school, play. But when you're not necessarily worried about where am I going to live tonight? Is the air conditioner going to work? Is my heat going to work? Is my landlord ever going to get back to me about the mold in the bathroom? When we're not stressed about those things, we like to think that opens our families up to more in life, whether that be what are we going to put on the table today? What are we going to cook in our kitchen? What delicious things do we have in the fridge? My kids are in a quiet neighborhood, able to get sleep at night and be prepared for school. So we really feel that Habitat homeownership provides this strength, stability, and this self-reliance that all can come through the simple act of shelter. So Habitat for Humanity supports and operates an open to the public retail outlet called Restore. Restore accepts donations from the public, sells them back to the public, and those proceeds go to funding Habitat's affordable housing mission. So we at the Metro West Greater Worcester affiliate support 2 Restores. We have one at 640 Lincoln Street here in Worcester and another one over at 310 Pond Street in Ashland. And at this time, our Restores are not only paying their employees, keeping their lights on, running their operation, but they're also kicking over enough funds to build a home a year. So right now, we're actively building 4 affordable housing units. Restores are taking care of one of those, which is incredible. So big arm in how we push our home builds mission further. Not only is Restore providing the community with things at 30 to 70% off retail value, so at-home DIYers or folks looking to make repairs on their own homes, Restore is a great place to shop. And then one of my favorite Restore statistics is last year, our 2 Restores alone diverted over 700 tons of usable materials from local landfills. So not only, again, is Restore building affordable housing, but we're high-fiving Mother Nature and we're saying, no, Mother Nature, we're not gonna let that stuff from people's basements rot in your earth. We're gonna bring it to Restore. It's gonna have new life. People are gonna find what they need and we're gonna build houses along the way. So Restore is a great opportunity for the community to shop, donate, and of course volunteer as well. So Restore can accept anything that goes in or on a home. It's probably easier for me to say this is mostly what we don't accept. Residential upholstered furniture and things that are hazardous. But pretty much if it's cups, plates, dishes, doors, windows, books, pots and pans, end tables, coffee tables, wooden furniture, golf balls, bowling balls, books, anything and everything can be sold over at Restore. And sometimes, if we're in a mood, my coffee cup will get sold if I leave it out on the sales floor for too long. So we're constantly trying to welcome in product, sell that product back, maximize our sales per square feet, and just get stuff and sell stuff. And our favorite little slogan is sales equals nails over at Restore. So we price low, let it go, build affordable housing. And to find out more about how you can donate or see what Restore has, find us on Facebook and head to our website, www.letsrestore.org, to learn more about Restore. Oh my goodness. I think when we're thinking about Worcester, the city of Worcester, and my role within the organization, the volunteers I interact with, it's the college students. It's the college students. We're so honored to be surrounded by incredible colleges and universities. We're very honored to also have organized Habitat clubs at both Clark University, Assumption College, WPI, and Holy Cross. So those colleges and universities have committed Habitat clubs where they participate in more reoccurring Restore volunteer shifts and more reoccurring build site opportunities. So we really see our college volunteers as just incredible arms and legs to support our mission, but also in a way to hopefully, wherever they go back to on home or on break, that they're finding their local Habitat and maybe they're engaging with them. Because like I said, Habitat's everywhere, 1,400 communities nationwide, and we're lucky to be welcoming friends from all over to spread that Habitat mission. So I'd say our colleges and our universities are regular volunteers. We have a core group of mostly retired, semi-retired individuals that are volunteering with us on a weekly basis, and we could not do any of the things that we do without their commitment, time and time again, week and week again, to come out and build and put in the work and put these paint and the cabinets together. I mean, these all came in pieces. So like the cabinets behind me were not prefabbed. We put them all together. So it's just, you know, the commitment to the dedication of a puzzle like kitchen cabinets, you know, we could not do without our volunteers. So yes, we were very honored to be one of 84 recipients of $3.5 million from the Mackenzie Scott Foundation. And we're the only affiliate here in the state of Massachusetts to receive those funds. And what's really interesting about how Mackenzie Scott distributes and makes contributions is that they're very hush-hush about it. So we actually don't know why we were chosen. We really don't. We just got a call. Our executive director got a call. It says the Mackenzie Scott Foundation wants to donate a very transformational sum of money to you. What do you say? It was a very quick yes. So I think for us, when we first found out the news, it was like this honor had been bestowed upon us. Like, oh my gosh, we got this transformational gift. You know, what are we gonna do? Mackenzie Scott sees something in us here at Habitat for Humanity Metro West Greater Worcester. How are we gonna accomplish the next big thing? So having these funds has really allowed us as an organization to think bigger, to think more about the issue at hand, which is access to affordable housing. So how do we create more affordable housing? How do we do it faster? How do we serve more families? So having this funding has already informed our next round of strategic planning. So we're getting ready to tackle a big goal, which is 30 homes in 3 years, starting in 2024. And that's what Mackenzie Scott's gonna do for us. It's gonna be able to take us from building 53 homes since 1985 to building 30 homes in 3 years. So that's the type of growth and transformation we can do when building affordable housing when we have those dollars. So for anyone interested in participating in a Habitat for Humanity volunteer experience or wanting to learn more, I encourage you to check out our website, www.habitatmwgw.org. And you can always reach out to me, Molly Pietrantonio, the Volunteer Programs and Organizational Manager, at volunteer@habitatmwgw.org.